No kidding. Everybody join me in a pledge, please. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America
and to the republic for which it stands,
one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
The roll call of supervisors, please. Supervisor Grady, Supervisor Kohlmeyer, Supervisor Hallman, and Supervisor Arrington have been excused for tonight's meeting. We'll open it up to citizen comments, citizen comments, citizen comments. Seeing none, citizen comments is closed. Announcements of the chair. I'd like to welcome Youth and Governance Anna Adamniak, who's in our presence this evening. Hope you enjoy the meeting tonight. I have no other comments at this time. Supervisor reports. Supervisor Alverman.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Briefly, the walk into this building, everyone's very aware, I'm sure, that we have the ongoing construction. We're now on to the upper floors after doing the waterproofing and things, so you're seeing a lot more scaffolding. This is going to be ongoing all summer here into fall. Good news this afternoon, the 60th Street Tower is no more. The new 60th Street Tower is online and operating properly. The Highway Parks Facilities meeting this past Monday was at the Pringle Nature Center to, as I reported last meeting, give everyone a view of that property, see what we're doing out there, what we do differently out there, and it was very successful, nicely hosted by the Pringle facility. And on our parks, we have the youth groups again working this year diligently. Mr. Rudy has crews at the various parks. The painting, grubbing of brush, building of trails is ongoing. And the paving, again, for our highway department is the biggest operation here in the summer, and they've been held back somewhat by the weather, so some areas that we were going to be doing haven't been hit yet, but they're ongoing each day with large operation. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Supervisor Alverman. Supervisor Esposito.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. As I stated last meeting, our last judiciary and law enforcement meeting, we had the Sheriff's Department come and discuss their budget with us and talk to us and give us an update on the inmate numbers. As you know, last budget, we budgeted 195 a day. To date, I'm happy to announce that we are up quite a bit from that on average. January, we averaged 236 a day. February, we averaged 221 a day. March, we're at about 203. In April, we did drop down to 190 a day. In May, we were at 249.9 or 250. So a surplus to date is about 293,000.
Excuse me, could you just talk up a little bit? The people in the back are having a hard time hearing.
Okay. To date, we're looking at a surplus of about 298,000. June's numbers are probably in line with May, so numbers are up, but as we are aware, they can dip down in the fall. So we're in good shape as far as that goes. I do have the Sheriff's Department coming to our meeting quarterly to update us on that, so I'll keep the board apprised of that. Thank you.
Thank you, Supervisor Esposito. Supervisor Noble.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The Planning and Development Extension Education Committee has a few items on the agenda, but one item that we did approve was a conditional use permit, and conditional use permits are approved by the committee and don't come before the board. So I'd like to tell you about the one we approved at the last meeting. It was basically a permit for an expansion of an existing cemetery for an indoor mausoleum and office building in the I-1 institutional district. The existing cemetery is commonly called Sunset Ridge. The property is located on the northwest corner of the intersection of State Highway 31, Green Bay Road, and 43rd Street in the town of Summers. The town of Summers had recommended approval for the request, and the committee did approve it. So if you're driving down Highway 31 and you see a new building, that would be your Planning and Development Committee at work. Thank you.
Thank you, Supervisor Noble. Seeing no other lights, County Clerk?
Ordinances, first reading, 2 required. 12, from Public Works Facilities Committee regarding repeal and recreate an ordinance on speed limits for County Trunk Highway H from its junction with the Wisconsin-Illinois state line northerly to its junction with County Trunk Highway C in the village of Pleasant Prairie. Submitted by Public Works Facility, Elverman, yes. Grady, yes. Boyd Frederick, yes. Skalitsky, yes. Poole, yes. Ordinance 13 from Public Works Facility Committee regarding repeal and recreate an ordinance on speed limits for County Trunk Highway H from its intersection with State Trunk Highway 50 northerly to a 0.5 of a mile north of County Trunk Highway E in the village of Pleasant Prairie, city of Kenosha, and town of Summers. Elverman, yes. Grady, yes. Boyd Frederick, yes. Skalitsky, yes. Poole, yes. Ordinance, 1 reading, 14, from Planning, Development, Extension, Education Committee regarding proposed comprehensive plan amendment. Eric B. Rose, owner. Jennifer Brown, agent. Request an amendment to the adopted land use plan map for Kenosha County from suburban density residential to commercial in the town of Wheatland. Noble, yes. Decker, yes. Skalitsky, yes. Retzloff, yes. Gable, yes.
Supervisor Noble?
I move ordinance number 14.
Ordinance 14 has been moved by Supervisor Noble, seconded by Supervisor Decker. Supervisor Noble?
The Eric Rose is the owner, Jennifer Brown the agent. This item is in conjunction with Resolution 34 that's later on the agenda. The property is located on the southeast corner of the intersection of State Highway 50 and County Highway P, which is also 400th Avenue. The comprehensive plan amendment will allow a revision of map 65 of the comprehensive plan from the suburban density residential to commercial in the town of Wheatland. The town of Wheatland recommended approval of the request.
Thank you. Supervisor Rose?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I just want to indicate Eric Rose is no relation.
Thanks for that update. Supervisor Elverman?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I would like to indicate that Eric Rose is the owner of the River Valley Ranch Mushroom Farm and has been a long-standing, successful businessman in the area and attracts a whole lot of attention and runs a wonderful business, so I would urge everyone's approval.
Thank you, Supervisor Elverman. Seeing no other lights, it's a voice vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries.
Ordinance 15 from Planning, Development, and Extension Education Committee regarding Eric B. Rose, owner, Jennifer Brown, agent, requesting a rezoning from A3 Agriculture-Related Manufacturing, Warehousing, and Marketing District to B3 Highway Business District in the town of Wheatland. Noble, yes. Decker, yes. Skalitsky, yes. Retzloff, yes. Gable, yes.
Supervisor Noble?
I move ordinance number 15.
Ordinance 15 has been moved by Supervisor Noble, seconded by Supervisor Skalitsky. Supervisor Noble?
Again, this is owned by Eric Rose and Jennifer Brown's the agent. The property is located at the southeast corner of the intersection of State Highway 50 and County Highway P, 400th Avenue, and as Dennis Ulverman said, it's commonly known as the River Valley Ranch Mushroom Farm. The rezoning would allow the business to obtain a liquor license to expand and offer adult beverages to their clients in addition to the line of gourmet mushroom products that they currently offer for sale to their clients. The town of Wheatland recommended approval of the request. I would just interject that when Highway 50 was realigned in 2001, it sort of cut the farm apart. But this particular piece of the farm sort of always has been where the retail establishment has been, so we're going to rezone it and make it a retail like it currently is. The rest of the farm is going to continue to be the existing zoning, A3, I believe it is, for mushroom farm.
Thank you, Supervisor Noble. Seeing no other lights, simple majority vote. All those in favor? Aye. All those opposed? Ordinance passes.
Policy resolution, first reading to required. 1, from Finance Administration Committee regarding policy resolution to approve the Financial County of Kenosha debt management policy. Rose, yes. Ron Frederick, yes. O'Day excused. Kohlmeyer excused. Brunig, yes. Gens, yes. Dodge, yes. Resolution 24, from Finance Administration Committee, a resolution to hold the annual meeting on November 5th, 2014. Submitted by Rose, yes. Ron Frederick, yes. O'Day excused. Kohlmeyer excused. Gens, yes. Brunig, yes. Dodge, yes.
Supervisor Rose.
I would move the resolution.
Resolution 24 has been moved by Supervisor Rose, seconded by Supervisor Ron Frederick. Supervisor Rose.
All right, thank you. This I would call a housekeeping-style resolution in conformity with the requirements of the Wisconsin statutes, setting our annual meeting as indicated November 6th of 2014. The committee approved.
Thank you, Supervisor Rose. Seeing no lights, simple majority vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Ordinance passes.
Resolution 25, from Finance and Administration Committee, a resolution authorizing and providing for the issuance of not to exceed $11,925,000 Genera obligation promissory notes, providing for the notification and sale of said notes and other related details. Rose, yes. Ron Frederick, yes. O'Day excused. Brunig, yes. Kohlmeyer excused. Dodge, yes. Gens, yes.
Supervisor Rose.
I would move the resolution.
Resolution 25 has been moved by Supervisor Rose, seconded by Vice Chair Bruning. Supervisor Rose.
Thank you. This resolution was unanimously approved by the Finance Committee. Our financial advisors, Ehlers, have distributed and laid on your desk the pre-sale report for the sale of these notes, which is anticipated to take place on August 19th of this year. The report in front of you explains the details of the capital financing as included in the 2014 budget. The amount involved is $11,925,000, which is an increase over what was originally anticipated to be $10,680,000. And the increase was due to the recent resolution that we approved for $1,500,000 for the Kenosha Area Business Alliance, and that was discussed in detail at our most recent meeting. In addition to that CABA financing for those projects that were described by myself and Mr. Battle, at page 7 of this document, you will see the list of various capital projects that are going to be financed and have been authorized in the 2014 budget. That is, again, at page 7. In addition, you will find the complete outlay of a capital plan through 2021. Of course, that is subject to the approval of each county board as the budgets are considered by those boards at the appropriate time. And finally, I would indicate that the notes are within conformity of the guidelines that have been established for debt policies by this board, and this meets that approval. So we ask for your support this evening. Following, of course, of the sale on August 19th, Mr. Harrigan, on behalf of Ehlers, as our advisors, will give us a report as to the specifics of that sale.
Thank you, Supervisor Rose. Supervisor Ritzloff.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chairman. I was looking at a couple things. When their initial resolutions are given by numbers, and if we look at the resolutions, they don't jive with the numbers that are showing here. I don't know if that was a mistake or if it's acknowledged that was changed, but the 1,000,007 figure is not from 66. From what I understand, that was from Resolution 63, which was submitted back to the Finance Committee for approval. The 1.7 figure is from Resolution 63 that was referred back to the Finance Committee, and the other figure is for 66 was for 925,000. So there's a little confusion on possibly they were misnumbered. I'm not sure, but technically I'm not sure, but that's not what the resolution stated. Thank you.
Mr. Gersten, can you clarify some of that for us, please?
This tonight and permit us to make that technical adjustment. We reviewed this with bond counsel, and we're confident that we have the authorization to sell the bonds.
Okay. But does that suffice you?
Okay, but 63, Resolution 63 for $1.7 million was sent back to the Finance Committee. I don't know if anything's happened from then. Was that approved? I wasn't here. But was that approved by the board? Someone from the Finance Committee, do you remember that?
My recall is that's a public safety software, and let me just double check with the budget director.
It is. It states that.
That was approved by the county board.
Okay. All right.
Does that answer your question, sir? Okay. Okay, this vote requires a simple majority vote. All those in favor of this?
I would request a roll call on this.
Roll call's been requested. Vote yes if you're in favor, no if you're against. Motion passes 17 to 2.
Resolution 26 from Finance Administration Committee, a resolution accepting a flood mitigation assistant grant 2013. Rose, yes. Ron Frederick, yes. O'Day excused. Brunig, yes. Colmeyer excused. Dodge, yes. Gens, yes.
Supervisor Rose.
I would move the resolution.
Resolution 26 been moved by Supervisor Rose, seconded by Supervisor Gens. Supervisor Rose.
Right, this is a resolution of similar nature to one that the board has passed on many occasions, called a flood mitigation assistance. This is grant money to purchase homes in the county in that Fox River Valley floodplain area, and this has been successfully passed in the past, and approximately 100 or more homes have been taken by the county and paid for through the use of these various grants, and that is the anticipated result if you pass this evening and accept this money.
Thank you, Supervisor Rose. I see no lights. This is a budget modification. Vote yes if you're in favor, no if you're against, please. Yes, it does. Passes unanimously. County Clerk.
Resolution 27 from Human Service Committee, a resolution to approve the reappointment of John T. Janssen as Director of the Department of Human Services. Hallman, yes. Gable, yes. Anita Johnson, yes. Decker, yes. Arrington, yes. Blau, yes. Retzlaff, yes.
Supervisor Gable.
I move that we combine resolutions 27, 28, 29, 30, and 31. They're all reappointments.
Is there any objections to that? Sounds well.
It's a different committee.
It's a different committee, though. So excuse me? They're not all reappointments? Okay, well, let's go to 30 then.
Says
Would that
reappointment.
be acceptable
That works.
for reappointments? Okay, this is a simple majority vote for clearing 27, 28, 29, 30. You have to read it into the record, correct? Can you read it?
We can't hear when people speak and not into a microphone.
Okay,
Do you need a second?
yes, please.
Second.
Thank you. It's been moved and seconded by Supervisor Decker. Okay, all those in favor of the combination of from 27 to 30, vote yes if you're in favor, no if you're against. Yeah, we're going to read them individually. I'm just trying to find out whether or not you guys are going to approve me grouping those together. All those in favor? Aye. All those opposed? Passes unanimously.
27, from Human Service Committee, a resolution to approve the reappointment of John T. Janssen as Director of the Department of Human Services. 28, from Human Service Committee, a resolution to approve the reappointment of Charles Burmeister to the Kenosha County Veterans Service Commission. 29, from Human Service Committee, a resolution to approve the reappointment of Lou Molitor to the Kenosha County Workforce Development Board. 30, from Human Service Committee, a resolution to approve the reappointment of Dr. Deborah Ford to the Kenosha County Workforce Development Board. All of those resolutions were unanimously approved by the committee. Hallman, yes. Gable, yes. Johnson, yes. Decker, yes. Arrington, yes. Blau, yes. Retzlaff, yes.
All supervisors in favor of moving resolutions 27 through 30, vote aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Passes unanimously. We'll go on to 31, please.
Can I ask a question of the committee? So it's not a reappointment for Sharonda Glass? Okay. 31, from Human Service Committee, a resolution to approve the appointment of Sharonda Glass to the Kenosha County Workforce Development Board. I have to go back to the committee, sorry. Got out of order. Paulman, yes. Gable, yes. Anita Johnson, yes. Decker, yes. Arrington, yes. Blau, yes. Retzlaff, yes.
Supervisor Gable?
I move to approve.
It's been moved by Supervisor Gable and seconded by Supervisor Blau. Supervisor Gable.
As she was present at the Human Service Committee, we voted unanimously approve her. I move that this board accept her nomination.
Thank you for that. All those in favor, say aye. Aye. All those opposed, passes unanimously. County Clerk?
Resolution 32, from Judiciary and Law Committee, a resolution to approve the reappointment of Cynthia Johnson to serve as member of the Local Emergency Planning Committee. Esposito, yes. Anita Johnson, excused. Boyd Frederick, yes. Arrington, excused. Ron Johnson, yes. Blau, yes. Poole, yes.
Supervisor Esposito.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I move Resolution 32.
32 has been moved by Supervisor Esposito, seconded by Supervisor Boyd Frederick. Supervisor Esposito.
This resolution is the reappointment of Cynthia Johnson to the Emergency Planning Committee. It's a 3-year term. Prior to her reappointment, she had, out of the 13 meetings, she had missed 3 that were excused. Seems to be a great asset to this committee, and I urge your approval. Thank you.
Thank you. Seeing no lights, simple majority. All those in favor? All those opposed? Passes unanimously.
Resolution 33, from Judiciary and Law Committee, regarding probationary cabaret license for Fire Pit. Esposito, yes. Anita Johnson, excused. Boyd Frederick, yes. Arrington, excused. Ron Johnson, yes. Blau, yes. Poole, yes.
Supervisor Esposito.
Thank you. I move Resolution 33.
33 has been moved by Supervisor Esposito, seconded by Supervisor Ron Johnson. Supervisor Esposito.
This resolution is for a probationary cabaret license for the Fire Pit. It was before our committee last Wednesday. Sheriff's Department conducted an inspection premises. They are in conformity with the cabaret ordinance number 8.02. I urge your approval. Thank you.
Thank you, Supervisor Esposito. Seeing no lights, simple majority. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Passes unanimously.
Resolution 34 from Planning Development and Extension Education Committee regarding Eric B. Rose, owner, Jennifer Brown, agent, requests an amendment to the adopted land use plan map for Kenosha County 2035 from suburban density residential to commercial in the town of Wheatland. Noble, yes. Decker, yes. Galitsky, yes. Retzlaff, yes. Gable, yes.
Supervisor Noble.
I move resolution number 34.
Resolution 34 has been moved by Supervisor Noble, seconded by Supervisor Decker. Supervisor Noble.
This resolution is conjunction with ordinance number 14 we heard earlier. Eric Rose, the owner, Jennifer Brown, agent. And the reason why we have two of them is the state requires a resolution from the Planning and Development and Extension and Education Committee and an ordinance from the full county board to amend the comprehensive plan. This resolution would allow an amendment to the Kenosha County Comprehensive Plan for a change from suburban density residential to commercial in the town of Wheatland. The town of Wheatland recommended approval of this request.
Thank you. Seeing no lights, simple majority. All those in favor? All those opposed? Passes unanimously.
Resolution 35 from Public Works, Facilities, and Finance Administration Committees, a resolution to apply for American Transmission Company Community Planting Program Grant. Public Works Facility, Alverman, yes. Grady, yes. Boyd Frederick, yes. Galitsky, yes. Poole, yes. Finance Administration, Rose, yes. Ron Frederick, yes. O'Day excused. Kohlmeyer excused. Gens, yes. Brunig, yes. Dodge, yes.
Supervisor Alverman.
I move Resolution 35.
Resolution 35 has been moved by Supervisor Alverman, seconded by Supervisor Rose. Supervisor Alverman.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. As I reported last year and this year, we have naturally, as other municipality does, an infestation of the emerald ash borer. We have a plan that we're working on for reforestation. Mr. Rudy found this grant from ATC, and ATC, as everyone knows, is a large power line, that type of company. So they offer these grants to assist in reforestation. And we want permission here through this resolution to apply for a $5,000 grant. And if accepted, then to give the Director of Parks the authority to administer.
Thank you. Seeing no lights, this is a budget modification. It requires 2/3 vote. All those in favor, vote yes. All those opposed, no.
No, we're just applying. It's okay. It's okay. Won't change it.
Supervisor Noble? Poole? Okay, thank you. Thank you. Passes unanimously.
Communications from Andy M. Bueller regarding future items scheduled before the Planning, Development, and Extension Education Committee.
Receive and file.
Summons and complaints. 9, Frank Ruffalo, violation of open records law.
Refer to Corporation Council.
10, William Lewis, deficient medical attention while incarcerated.
Refer to Corporation Council.
11, Pedro Flores, deficient medical attention while incarcerated.
Refer to Corporation Council.
Claims 12, We Energies, damaged equipment.
Refer to Corporation Council. 13,
Don Lemire, dog injured at Warren Closed Dog Park.
Refer to Corporation Council.
Approval of the minutes from the July 1st, 2014 meeting by Supervisor Rose.
Supervisor Rose.
I would move the minutes as printed.
Been moved by Supervisor Rolls, seconded by Supervisor Esposito. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Passes unanimously. Motion to adjourn? It's been moved to adjourn by Vice Chair Bruning, seconded by Supervisor Gable. All those in favor? Aye. Thank you.